Alright, so somebody had requested that I do a video on daisy chaining amps. And that was on the how to strap amps video that I made. I don't know how you daisy chain, so I wanted to make a video showing how to daisy chain and how to split the signal on RCA'S and talk about why I would prefer to split the signal instead of daisy chain. So, similar to strapping, you have the output RCA on one amp and an in on the other amp. So what I'm going to use here is a male to two female Y splitter. So the single male goes in the output on one amp, and then you just have your wire going over that split, and you plug it in onto the input RCA on the other amp. So now basically it's taking the signal from this amp, sending it over to here, and that's how you would daisy chain your amps. Hit that like button, leave a comment, subscribe, and ring the bell so you can see the latest videos. Now that the amps are daisy chained, each amp is going to work separately, so you don't have to worry about wiring the two amps together. You can run this one separately than this one. You're sharing the signal, but you'll be able to control your subs or speakers individually. A couple things to keep in mind here, because one amp is controlling the other. If one amp is off, it's not going to be able to pass the signal through. Another thing to consider is your RCA voltage. So I have the radio playing 45 Hertz. So let's see what the voltage is. So once that settles, we have approximately 0.513 volts coming through the RCA to the amp. So now let's hook this up and then see what voltage we get on the other one. So now you can hear the subs turn on. Now the signal is actually going through and it's getting sent to this amp. But now I'll do the same thing. I'll measure the same way. You can see we're measuring now 0.580 instead of 0.51. So watch what happens here when I adjust the gain on this first amp. Now we're at 0.913. So when I adjust this amp, it adjusts the RCA signal going to the second amp. That could be problematic for somebody if you're trying to gain match or run two separate subs on two separate amps using a daisy chaining method. If you adjust the gain on this one, you're going to be changing the RCA signal, which is effectively changing the output on the other amp. So it's just something to keep in mind. If you do make an adjustment here, you should be checking on the output side also to make sure that your gains are matched properly with a multimeter and each amp is making the same output voltage. Let's talk about splitting. So splitting, you can use something like this, another type of splitter. So you have a one female to two male. So you can take the RCA coming from the head unit, plug it right in, and then this would go to 1 amp. And then you can do the same thing with the other RCA. Plug this into 1 amp, and then split here, and then go right into the other amp. So now that I have these split, I'll plug one in right off the splitter, and then one in off the other RCA. Turn the head unit on, and I'll leave the other amp off just to show this. So same frequency, same volume. Now I'll pull one RCA out. We'll settle now at 0.513. Now let's try this one. Now it settles again at 0.512. Basically the same signal is going through each RCA to the amp. Alright, so that was the difference between daisy chaining and splitting. Personally, for me, I would prefer to split rather than daisy chain. It does, as you can see, it does make it a little bit less complicated with having to gain match if you're going to be using multiple amps. Easier to gain match on the output side because you have the same input signal, or pretty darn close. So thank you for asking the question. Hopefully this video was able to answer your question and give you a little bit more insight. And thanks for watching.